things are looking up for AEW's Thunder Rosa as she looks to make her in-ring debut on television. The top AEW star has been sidelined for nearly a year now with a back injury. She first had to pull out of an AEW women's title defense last year at All Out before giving up the title. And in this video, we're going to break down the good news that recently came out thanks to a new report by Uncle Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Because Thunder Rosa, a top AEW star, has been someone that fans have been speculating about. Is she going to come back? What's going on? In this video, we're going to break it down. All I ask is, who do you want to see her wrestle in her first match back? Now look, Thunder Rosa's last match saw her walk out with a win. She teamed up in trios competition alongside Toni Storm and Shida. They beat Sakura, Marina Shafir, and Nyla Rose in August of 2022. Earlier this month, on an episode of Busted Open Radio, Thunder Rosa actually played an audio clip from Dr. Sampson, who's AEW's doctor, clearly, to give her and give fans an update on her condition, where she talked about how there are still issues with her L4 and L5 in her spine. But in the next 4 to 6 weeks, he's optimistic. And the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer noted that Rosa is currently training for a in-ring return where she lives in San Antonio, Texas. And interestingly enough, she is training with the greatest SmackDown backstage interviewer of all time, and that is Funaki. You remember Funaki? I remember Funaki. Anyways, look, obviously we wish her a very speedy recovery, and we hope to see her back in AEW and back wrestling. When she was on the active roster and she was doing her thing, she made the transition from the NWA to the AEW during the pandemic. She became a star in the NWA, and obviously she became a star in AEW. Her matches with Britt Baker, especially that bloody street fight or whatever they called it, on Dynamite and Daly's Place in Jacksonville, that was iconic. Seeing them do thumbtack spots and blood and all that stuff. Very intriguing. And then what she did with the AEW Women's title. She's a welcome face in that division, and I look forward to seeing her back in in-ring action under the AEW banner.